Welcome to the most offensive podcast ever.
Let's look at the median household, okay? This is a list of median household income in the United States by ethnicity and Native American tribal grouping. Okay, this was in 2015 to the United States Census. Now, we're going to look from the Indian household. They make a combined of 131,746. I need to talk to my Indian friends out there. What are you guys doing? But I grew up somewhat around some Indian folks. They usually have a large family. The kids usually grow up and stay in the household. That may be due to their large income. East Asian, their combined income is 85,349. Whites, which is ranked at number 3, 67,665. Middle Eastern, 56,331. And we go on and on. Hispanic is number 6 at 46,882. The Hispanics, okay? Let me skip down to the last, okay? We are last in the median household income. We average 30,555. This is low. And what I spoke about from before actually is the reason why you're seeing this. It's not more because, black people get paid less on the dollar, but it's a decision that is a domino effect from not being together. Now, this is the average. When you look at 70% of single household are African American, you could look at, one paycheck being 30,000. You're not together with the husband not together with the wife, so it's going to be less. This is simple economics. Common sense. 2 is always better than 1. Let's say that again. Say it with me. 2 is better than 1. Okay? For us to be at this income average level does not make sense. We need the nuclear family. This is important. A lot of the others keeps the nuclear family. The breaking down of the nuclear family with all the other things that we have going on in our community as Black citizens, this just adds to it. Another level of depression, oppression that we put on ourselves. Let us move on. Marriage by race. Okay, now I am going to look at this with me. Okay, there's white, there's black, there's Asian, Pacific Islander, American, Hispanic US born, Hispanic foreign born. All right, so we're gonna look at all of this real quick. But what I'm gonna do is look at it at an age. This is categorized by age, marriage. But I'm gonna look at a more well-round age that most people usually get married at, okay? I'm not gonna look at the 20 to 24 marriage. I'm going to look at the 25 to 29 and the 30 to 34. Look at that with me. Look at age, look at the 25 to 29. If you look at whites, okay, this is marriage. They're more likely, they're 150.6 times more likely to get married. Look at all the others from the age group of 25 to 29. American Indian are 76.6% more likely to get married at that age, 25 to 29. Hispanics are 81% more likely to get married. Look at the Hispanic US born, 75.9 more likely. Hispanic foreign born are 89.2 likely to get married. This is, everybody has Hispanic friends. You know your Mexicans, you know your Puerto Ricans, you know your Spanish friends. They're more likely, whoever they meet at the age of 14, 13, they're more likely to get married, stay together forever. Those Hispanics, they don't play. They down with that nuclear family. As you can know, we are basically last in that age group between 25 to 29. We're not, our marriage and likeliness of getting married is at 43.0. When you look at that and you look at the domino effect, of course, that's something. Marriage counts. It brings the two together as one. Your paychecks together as one. Now, I'm not going to go in detail. As you can see, you could take a screenshot of this and do it yourself. Divorce by race. If you look at divorce by race, I'm going to go between the ages of 25 to 29. Okay? White people are 38.38 more likely of getting a divorce. Black people are 44.29 more likely to get a divorce. And we're not even as likely to get married. The heck are we divorcing? This absolutely makes no sense. And when you look at the Black community, when we do get a divorce, everything is being split. What's being split? We almost have nothing. And then we're splitting nothing. Therefore, we end up with nothing. And this is crazy, and this is prevalent in a Black neighborhood. And this is how we become poor. This is the domino effect. I started from the beginning, and now I'm getting down to the divorce by race. Now, let's look. I guarantee you, the Hispanics are less likely to get a divorce. Look at this. 15. They are 15% or more likely to get a divorce, which is not as much as Blacks, which is at 44%. So their divorce rate, Hispanic, is low. They start businesses. Who they start businesses with? Husbands and wives. You see them. You go in their stores. You go into their restaurants. Asians, okay, they're less likely. You see them all over. Chinese food restaurants, because a husband and wife come together. You're not going to see a lot of Blacks because this is what's going on in the Black community. It's not like the white man or there's some type of racism that's preventing us from opening up businesses. Is we do this to ourselves. Collectively, we cannot stay together or get together to combine our paycheck to be entrepreneurial. Those other cultures, those other races are able to do that. Okay? You get the Asians, it's probably at the top, and you get the Hispanics, and then you get whites. When you look at the Blacks, we're last. And then yet we keep telling us, support the Black community. The way you support Black community is just by bringing what was, okay? What was supposed to be the nuclear family. We need to bring that back. We need to bring back fathers into the homes with the wives. Okay, there's so much that we could dive in from this alone. But I'm not going to stay on this, or this video is going to be super long. Let's move on. Don Lemon stated on July 27, 2013 in a commentary on CNN. Lemon said that more than 72% of children in the African American community are born out of wedlock. Federal data confirms that 73% of African American births in 2010 were out of wedlock. Of course, that doesn't mean that the mother and father are not there. Okay? But I'm saying it also doesn't mean that they are there. Let's move on. estimates for the percentage of African American children growing up in a single parent household are slightly lower at 67%, slightly lower, which is pretty high. Not a good thing. No buenos. Di pas bon. Finally, Black children counted in these statistics may have contact outside the household with their biological father. May have. But Lemon's statistic was accurate, and we rate this statement to be true. He's a leftist. He's a Democrat. He's a left-winger. That's saying this. There's a problem. Let's move on. Barack Obama, our first biracial / African American president, stated on June 15, 2008 in a speech at a Chicago church, more than half of all American children live in single-parent households, a number that has doubled since we were children. So he's talking about that number of children living in single household has doubled since he was a child. In 1960, the year before Obama was born, 22% of Black children lived with single parents. In 1968, the number rose to 31.4%. By 2006, the 1960 percentage had more than doubled to 56%. Barack Obama was absolutely, without a doubt, correct. Bad time to be correct, though. Obama continued, because children who grow up without a father are 5 times more likely to live in poverty and commit crimes, 9 times more likely to drop out of schools, and 20 times more likely to end up in prison. No father? Check this out. This is father, right? No father, poverty. Father, poverty. You get it? Nuclear family. Okay. I'm going to summarize this. I don't know how long this video is, but I'm going to summarize this and let you know the effects of father absence on children. 20 times more likely to end up in prison. 4 times more likely to live in poverty. 3 times more likely to carry a gun and deal drugs. 2 times more likely to be obese. 2 times more likely to have an abortion. 71% of all high school dropouts. 70% of all pregnant teens come from father absence household. You want more? You want me to end it right there? Unfortunately, I got more. Effects of father absence on children. Yes, there's more. 85% of children with behavioral disorder. 90% of all homelessness and runaway children. This is due to father absence on children. This is sad. 63% of all youth suicides. 85% of all youth in prison. 14 times more likely to commit rape. 9 times more likely to be in mental institutions. 33 more times likely to be abused. I want to end this by saying a couple of things real quick. Any man can be a father, but it takes someone special to be a dad. I want to urge the Black community, and I want to go a little bit in the Bible. God created men and women for a reason. He created that so we can have children. And a woman is a good thing. When a man finds this wife, he finds a good thing. This is according to scripture. A man would leave his mother and father and cling onto his wife so they could raise a family. This is the nucleus. This is the nuclear family. This is how we are going to survive. This is how we're going to bring back the positive light that needs to be shed on the Black community. Black fathers, if you're listening to me out there, I know it's hard sometimes. In a society and everything that's going on against you, it's tough. But we need to be better. We need to do better. Black women, we need to make better choices. We need to choose better men. We need to educate ourselves. We need to have these men meet our families. Children, I understand your pain and I feel for you. A lot of this thing that's going on right now isn't your fault. But we can fix it. And we need to stop making excuses. We need to stop looking at the outside interference and start looking within our community, within the mistakes that we've made throughout all these years. Better decisions. We need to pick better women. We need to pick better men. We need to stick together throughout the trials and tribulations. We need to look in the mirror at ourselves as I'm looking at myself. We can do so much better. I believe in the Black community. You guys are strong. We came from slavery. We came from Jim Crow laws. We are advancing each and every single time. White supremacy and all this stuff is put in to sidetrack us. Share this video. Like this video. Discuss this video. Comment in the link below. Spread this video. Make this video go viral. This is a sermon for my Black fathers. This is a sermon for all fathers. The number one thing plaguing the Black community today is absentee fathers. We need our Black fathers. I'm Slimmy V. This is the most offensive podcast ever. If you're not offended, you're not listening. God bless, stress less, and let Yahweh give you rest.